Annie, get your gun.
Okay, well, I guess it's time to get back to the story. But first, I was fascinated by this NPC. He's got animation set for the wrong table. I think they took this guy from Oblivion.
You don't deal cards into that.
He doesn't even have cards to deal. He's at a roulette table dealing cards for blackjack. Anyway, Hollister escaped the fort earlier, so we gotta deal with him.
Hollister akiksa seyo. Matakseka motawa.
You'll never kill me. No use hiding. I can smell you from here. Know your enemy, boy.
Alright, so the boss fight against Hollister. This is like the Z-grade version of the fight against the End in Metal Gear Solid 3. You can try to sneak up on him. And he starts out unaware of where you are. So I try to sneak up on him and basically ambush him. Because as soon as he knows where you are, he will instantly attack you. And so I try to sneak up on him here. Basically get as much of an ambush as I can.
Just change the clock on your GameCube. It's cool.
Also, check this out. Once we eventually get his health down, I got a mutual kill. I died at the same time he did, and it counted in my favor.
Well, that's convenient.
But Hollister's not done yet.
Oh, wait.
It's time for phase 2. Hollister's off to the right there. He's going to try to ambush us. But thankfully, I've played this game before and I know what's coming.
Die!
So he's loaded up with dynamite, and if you just try to ambush him normally, he will blow up. And it's a one-hit kill. So if you keep your distance and shoot at him, he will blow up safely and kill himself without you there.
And apparently he's also an incredible crash test dummy.
Shame to waste good dynamite.
Good idea, ladies and gentlemen.
Itsukapi kina onamai kitayina ano xistikoi otak espawanyo.
Goodbye, my friend. Come on, Soap.
So we have the Ferguson. Ferguson's got a 69 caliber. Nice. And so this is the only gun you need. See all those other guns? Fuck them. You don't need them. This is the best gun in the game by far. It has a firing rate almost equivalent to your starting pistol.
All that money we spent buying stuff for him? Fuck it! Worthless! Wasted it!
Well, it's good for like 100%, but check out the fire
What happened?
The horse ran over me. The fire
No, I mean, that guy evaporated!
Yeah, it has a very high chance of dismemberment or headshots, or like explosive headshots, and it has a really high firing rate, and it reloads very quickly, and it's a one shot. It's a one shot. Like I think the term is like a strip belt. No, not a strip belt. It's belt fed. I don't know my gun terms, but it's the manual bolt. It's a bolt action rifle. I'm sure someone will correct me in the comments.
It's a death ray!
Yeah, and again, this is like older is better apparently in the world of gun. Like the Ferguson was outdated even by Civil War standards, similar to like what happened earlier with the volcanic rifle. Yeah, this is basically the equivalent of that rainbow beam that Samus gets at the end of Super Metroid.
Soapy, time for you to go to work.
Ha Here, kid. You can have the honors. Thank you for saving me the trouble of trying to open that myself. Now hand it over.
So the fight with Reed can be incredibly difficult. Assuming that that your horse has died, which I think the developers assumed. But if you manage to chase him down, it becomes really easy, especially if you have all of the rifle upgrades. Also, look, he is a magic man of God. He floated in his final moments.
He's ascending!
Also, this is the best cutscene in the game.
You can't. I'm unarmed. You kill me and your soul will be as cursed as mine.
This is for Jenny.
It's Spanish, 16th century. Writing's in Latin. It's incomplete. Another piece must fit here.
I know where it is. Come on.
The item. Did he get that too? Put a price on that kid's head. I don't care how much. I want every bounty hunter, every mercenary, every damn snake in the Western Territories looking for that son of a bitch. No one is gonna stand in the way of my destiny. You understand? No one. Not the federal government, not the Apaches, and not some pissant kid with a stitch gun.
I've seen the other half of this cross. The Apache chief has it. If I can put the pieces together, then I can beat Magruder at his own game.
I can't go through Dodge. Not after the hanging. There he is. I'll catch up to you later. Meet me at the Apache camp.
So here's some further demonstration of the limitations and the advantages of the rifle, because it has a very limited range, but it blows anybody to Kingdom Come if you manage to land a shot with it. So we've already seen the other half of the cross in a previous cutscene. I wonder if you know where it is. Also, we're just doing cleanup now for the other little bits of the other pieces of gold that are just missing.
That bit of gold is literally sitting outside of a gold mine.
Anyway, Yeah, there's also some wanted posters that are missing, or wanted missions that we have to do later on. Anyway, we're down to about 3 or 4 pieces of gold that are left. There's one hiding over here, really sneakily, in some grass.
Oh.
There's gold even coming out of the swamp. And this is one that this is one over here behind a tree. And there's another one that we've actually already picked up before. It was on the PSP version. Back when we were doing that one mission with all the dynamite.
I remember that one.
And here is the last piece of gold. It's all the way over here on the outskirts of Empire. Now, unfortunately, the game ruined my plans because I wanted to celebrate with one last stretchy coal. However, once again, camera blocked the view.
Aw.
But it doesn't matter because we got all 44 pieces of gold.
Oh, we are well on our way.
All right, time to get that last game of poker. This poker game only appears when we've beaten Hollister. So some of the music that Christopher Leonard's composed for this game is actually quite interesting. For instance, the first half of the theme in Empire City is written in something that's called 5/4 clave.
Okay.
It's a variant of the 5/4 time signature that uses triplets on the first 3 beats of the bar. So like the Mission Impossible theme. Anyway, so here's a rather interesting glitch. If you stand behind your horse and try to mount it as the ferry goes into position while going to dodge, and you try to mount it on the first frame possible, something interesting happens. 10 out of 10 game design. Great job, Neversoft.
Well, Cole, I'm taking off. I'd be mighty obliged if you rode with me to Empire. Interested?
Yeah, at this point, we're basically just cleaning up the dregs
barn.
of the side missions. This is the final rancher mission. We're not even doing any ranching. We're just,
We finally say goodbye to the ranch.
we're just escorting the rancher
The trail.
over to Empire. Oops. Sorry, I hit my microphone there with my water. This is another great example of the disadvantages of the speed horse upgrades. So I have to stay on his trail, but I'm also moving too fast.
Can't just push him along. There's no
Is
strap
that
for
your
this.
train?
Oh no!
Let's way
It's
up
like one of
here
the only
and
times the
back.
train actually shows up. Also, the train has no collision detection for damage, so you can actually like go in front of the train and not take any damage at all. Yeah,
We programmed that good.
yeah. Red Dead Redemption 2. This is not. No one will be complaining about excessive realism in this game.
I am convinced this game is the video game equivalent of Manos: The Hands of Fate, made for less than $1,000 on a bet.
I think it was more like the developers were pleading with Activision to finally make them something, and to finally get them to make something non-Tony Hawk related. And Activision were like, fine, here's half the budget of what you normally get for a Tony Hawk game, and I dare you guys to
And
actually
the horse
do something.
still does wicked air tricks, man.
Yep.
Finally, you hunt the last great wolf. His eyes are red with the blood of our people. His coat is as black as his soul. He roams the plains in search of buffalo meat. Beware, the black wolf fears no man.
So get out the corpse
Well,
of Jetty and use her as a distraction, because he absolutely is terrified of women. Anyway,
well, guys, one last wolf job.
the Code Talker's actually lying. It is the last wolf that we're fighting, but it's not the last hunting mission. It's the second last hunting mission. Although it is the last hunting mission that uses the only bow restriction. In this next hunting mission, we'll be able to kill our target with anything we want. Come on, Black
You
Wolf.
have to be looking forward to that.
Oh, absolutely. Especially because I know what's coming. Elk, Black Wolf, same thing. I managed to shoot it. I managed to shoot it in the stomach, in which to place it turned around, growled at me, and I got the headshot. All right. Once again, I need to confirm my kill. All right, now it's dead. All right, so now we're gonna go back and do the last hunting mission for real this time.
The bravest of our tribesmen have failed to conquer this beast. Slay it, and the highest honor will be awarded by our people. It is the father of all grizzlies. It is a monstrous grizzly.
So, all the way back in the first video, you asked me whether a horse could kill a grizzly. We're gonna put that hypothesis to the test.
Oh, thank you.
So, unfortunately, actually finding the grizzly is probably the hardest part of this, because he has a trail which is invisible and doesn't really follow where the waypoint is, so you just have to kind of wander around Empire and hope that you stumble on him. Because the conditions on which he spawns are kind of dependent on his... Also, he teleported and just killed my horse in one hit.
Oh, no.
So, unfortunately, a horse, if I found like a way to get an action replay to spawn a horse in the tutorial, I may, be able to kill the horse that way, but it looks like this particular father of all grizzlies will not come down, although I wanted to make absolutely sure this time, so I went all the way back to Empire after I died. After I died, I went all the way, I tried again this time, tried to make sure to see if I could at least get like 1 or 2 hits on the grizzly. I was really determined. I wanted to see if I could at least get 1 hit on the grizzly with my horse. And I had to sort of like circle strafe around him here. See if I could get at least one trample attack. Although things did not.
That bear is pissed.
Somehow, okay, so when he gets to half health, he retreats back into his cave to start the next phase of the fight, and he's invincible during that time. So I was able to get a trample on him, but it didn't count. Because he retreats back, and it still killed the horse.
Aww.
Even when he was invincible. So I went back and grabbed a horse from one of the nearby stables, just to make absolute sure... I wanted to make absolutely sure that I couldn't do at least some damage to the grizzly. Nope. Instant kill. So by this point, I now applied the scientific method. I was now absolutely sure that the horse could not kill the grizzly under any circumstances.
Truly, you are a great hunter.
You have also killed at
You
least
have slain
3
all
horses,
the mighty beasts.
you monster.
Accept this shirt as a token of our gratitude.
Then
It is
give
a
it back.
testament of your prowess and signals to all that you are a brave of this tribe.
A shirt?
Yeah, it's like the Silver Spurs that from before. It doesn't actually change anything on your character model. It's just an upgrade.
These sons of bitches are dressing us up like Marty
Wanted.
McFly, aren't they?
Members of the outlaw band commonly known as the Blackburn Boys for train robberies between Empire, New Mexico Territory, and Dodge City, Kansas. Elements of the band have been sighted in the pasture land east of Empire.
Maybe riding with the Pink Belly gang.
This one's pretty fun. We're just We're in the Ten Fingers Canyon area of the map, and we're just gonna murder all 15 members of the gang. And this is a great one to wait until you've got the Ferguson, because you can just mow these guys down. It's such a great cathartic mission after all of the ones where you're trying to take them alive. And
this game needed this just for having to deal with the storyline.
yeah.
Take that, writing room!
Oh, that reminds me of another Western game I played recently, Call of Juarez, the original, where the members of the dev team put their own faces and profiles in unwanted posters, as well as like little in-jokes about all of the terrible things they've done in the descriptions for their wanted posters that nobody outside the dev team would get.
Just remember, they ripped that off from the town with no name.
Wanted Bob McCarty, alias Bob the Blade, for the willful and malicious disfigurement of $2 Trixie, known to travel with the Butcher Boys gang in Devil Slot Canyon. Must be apprehended alive.
Also responsible for the murder of $1 Wendy. Anyway, so I mentioned before that one cutscene with the Pony Express medicine mission was the second laziest cutscene in the game. This mission has the laziest cutscene in the game. So we have to take Bob the Blade alive. But thankfully, the game gives us a little bit of mercy by if there's an attack that will kill Bob the Blade, it puts his HP down to 1, just to give you a little more time to think about what you're doing. Also, I like how
Bob is just standing there bleeding out.
I like how his health bar just says Blade. Alright, so here you go. This is the laziest cutscene in the entire game coming up. I love it. It is a treasure. It should be enshrined in the Video Game Cutscene Hall of Fame, if there is such a thing. And if there isn't, someone should make it just to put it there.
You're fair skill with a gun, but how you with a blade? To my way of thinking, real men settle their hash with knives. It's more personal that way. You got the goods? Unsheath that Skinner and let's me and you have at it.
Did I ever tell you how I got these scars? So we have to take Bob alive, and you can still shoot him. He doesn't get angry if you start shooting him in the supposed knife fight. But whatever. Anyway, we've completed every side mission in the game now. We're a legend.
Oh my god.
In the eyes of those who live on the battlefield. And we're actually right near where Sylvie is to start the final mission. We have 3 weapons remaining, but those we'll be getting during the end game. And we're right next to where Sylvie is.
Thank God, not much of a ride.
Yeah.
We'll go and talk to him, but we're actually going to be starting the end game in the next video.
It's almost over, folks.
And it's incredibly stupid. And just like my policy for before, I'm going to be concentrating all of the story stupidity in one video.
This is going to be stupid packed.
Oh yeah. I know what's coming, and I think that you are going to love how stupid this is.